Homa Bay County in western Kenya. The calm waters here are soothing to look at and deep into. Lake Victoria is the second largest of its kind in the world, providing a living for fishing families for millennia. But there are dark secrets hidden in the nooks and crannies around the lake that most who visit here will never discover.
There were small cubicles along the lake. I didn't know what those cubicles were for. Apparently, men use those cubicles for sexual purposes. A little girl got out of one of the cubicles and she was crying. So, instinct of the mother in me, I just ran to her. She told me, what the big man in that hut has done to her. He had raped her. She had been sent to him by the mother to pick fish. I was really upset, and my thought was, let me call the police for this man. And then the women are like, this happens every day, she won't get used to it, So what happens is that women would come have their own fisher boyfriends who go out to fish. They bring them fish. If they don't, then they won't get fish to sell, and their families will starve. It's called sex for fish. And in their language, they call it jaboya.
Dr. Jennifer Riria, Group CEO of Eco Network Africa, a women's empowerment NGO, had just found a cause. Give the women here education, income, and purpose. So they decided to do cage fish farming.
We needed to address the issue of abuse for women. Of course, incomes, increase their incomes. And of course, empower them.
Eco Network Africa got help from the Homa Bay County government and Kenya's Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries Ministry. They organized groups of 25 women per community to work together to run the fishing operations. The pilot program would be executed in 4 beach communities: Litare, Wakula, Murongo, and Kaugege. Next, they needed financing. But Eco Network Africa really needed more than that. They needed a true partner.
Open Society has the same vision as Eco Network Africa, reaching the poor woman, not for herself, but for the family, and by extension, the community.
So next, they needed equipment. Fishing cages are made from polyethylene, with 4 nets that keep the fish and feed in and predators out. They last 10 years and require minimal maintenance. Next, the program needed mentors to help the women who were new at this kind of fishing. They found Sabina through the internet. Her love for tilapia caused her to try out cage fishing about a decade earlier. Like her young prodigies, Sabina experienced challenges when she started cage fishing.
So there were some of them were really against it, saying that it's going to interfere with our business, it's going to interfere with our area of fishing, it's going to block us.
But of course, cage fishing doesn't interfere with other fishermen. It keeps other fish out and only contains 35,000 fingerlings that are put there by fishers like Sabina and her new charges, Esther and Monica. Esther is a mother of 4. This is the first time she has taken a leadership role in her community. With her every step of the way has been her best friend Monica. They were the first members of the women's group at Litare Beach, recruiting the others. Esther and Monica, who is a widow, have been together 13 years, becoming close as they helped each other through their common problems. Eco Network Africa taught the women financial literacy and entrepreneurship. They designed the fishing funding with a revolving loan that the ladies would have to pay back to teach them fiscal responsibility. The fund pays the women's group 30%, Eco Network Africa 5% for administration costs, with 65% put aside to guarantee the sustainability of the loan. Esther feels that Eco Network Africa prepared them well for success in cage fishing.
ENA gave us fish, fingerlings, feeds. We feed the fingerlings. Tukauza hizo samaki. Tukipata hiyo pesa, ENA ilichukua 70% na tukapewa 30%. Hiyo 30% alitusaidia. Pesa hiyo tuligawanya kama group. Hiyo pesa tukipata, tuliinua biashara zetu.
There are many vulnerable women in these lakeside communities. They lack money, they lack education. Many times, they lack protection by authorities. Gender-based violence, or GBV, takes on many forms here. Wife beating, sex for fish or jaboya, sexual assault, young girls being extorted into defilement, rape. Halting these human rights violations is at the heart of what Eco Network Africa wants to accomplish.
Since ENA came, we've been organizing these teenage ladies, the teenage mothers and the girls, those who gave birth and those who are still going to school. We had some sensitization meetings with them, particularly in Morongo here, where we used to bring them together and tell them the importance of going to school.
Lovis Okina Doan is 16 years old. She attended one of the Eco Network Africa training sessions for schoolgirls.
Can avoid a bad company because there are some girls who likes money or some likes to cooperate with boys. Yeah, I can just avoid those bad companies for me to be safe or to stay in school.
With an explosion of teenage motherhood occurring during the COVID-19 pandemic, Eco Network Africa tackled this issue as well.
Those who had given birth, we were asking, why do you think you conceived the baby when you were still going to school? And they had their reasons. Some of them would say because of poverty, they could not get what they want, so they would be fooled to engage in sex, and then they get money. Young ladies, same. Young mothers, the same. So we've been taking them through trainings and telling them what options they are supposed to take so that they avoid such like cases.
Homa Bay County is the second nationwide in teenage pregnancies. Part of the problem is women being exploited because of the financial circumstances. But some girls were getting pregnant because of lack of education, low self-esteem, and even boredom. Eco Network Africa decided to use an activity highly respected in the community to help with all those problems: football. Now all the stakeholders have been engaged and have come to realize proper procedures for dealing with GBV cases. Some violators have been sent to jail, some have run away, others are in court, and a significant amount realize the consequences of their actions and don't commit crimes against women in the first place. The gender desks set up at each beach have been effective tools in dealing with these situations.
I want to appreciate the fact that ENA brought the gender desk. See, we are male. A lady who has been defiled will not come to you as a man and explain to you exactly what happened. So here in the gender desk, we have females. So we refer, can you go to Morongo Beach and find so and so? Explain to her what happened, and then we will liaise with her to help you.
Josephine is a key opponent of GBV at Wakula Beach. She has recently seen 10 cases from here go to court. Fish for sex is the main problem.
Mambo ya joboya ilikuwa mingi.
Wamama walikuwa wanadepend on Jaboya. Juu Jaboya alikuwa anamletea pesa, anamletea omena. Tulikuwa tuna mkutano every Tuesday. Tunawafundisha, tunawaonyesha ubaya wa Jaboya. Walielewa. Tuliwafundisha, tukawaambia mambo ya Jaboya ndio inaleta mambo ya magonjwa mingi. Hii program naye inasaidia wasichana wangu. Wa kwanza nilipata mafundisho kwa ENA. Sasa hiyo mafundisho na improve kwa wasichana wangu. Na wafundisha, nawaambia ukienda hivi utakozea, utaharibu maisha yako. Ukifuata hii njia na hii njia, maisha yako itakuwa poa.
One of the key building blocks for the whole Homa Bay County fishing community is a beach management unit, BMU. Each BMU is made up of boat owners, crew, fish traders, net and boat maintenance persons, fish transporters, and fish processors. George has been the chairman of the Mrongo BMU for nearly 2 decades. He has been impressed by the Eco Network Africa engagement on his beach.
They are our wives, you see. Though most of them are orphans. But now, because they have something which is keeping them busy, we are also happy. Because now, instead of coming to us, Jacom, can you give me this? Can you give me this? No. In fact, it is now like self-employment to them. They are very important. Now they have the self-employment. They manage them themselves. They do everything themselves.
George watched them pull in their first harvest, 4.5 tons of fish. They were able to pay back most of the initial loan for the cage, receiving a little money for the harvest to keep their families going.
When they do harvest again, the changes will be enlarged.
Altogether, all 4 beaches have pulled in 23 tons of fish, netting almost 7 million Kenya shillings from their sole buyer, Rio Fish Farms.
Rose is a chair lady of Mrongo Women Group. She's very active, very lively. According to me, I meet them rarely. I'm just there to oversee. But everything they are doing by themselves through their chair lady, who is Rose.
The 39-year-old Rose has 5 children. She started selling out omena, small fish, at the beach. Rose was the first woman to join the BMU, eventually becoming treasurer of the organization. She remembers well when Eco Network Africa came to Mrongo.
They told us they want to empower women groups so that we can withdraw with the mambo ya Jaboya, because at long time we were just selling our body to the men. Now we know our rights, and now we are very busy ladies, and we are very happy with the Eco Network people.
Part of Eco Network Africa's plan was to build strong groups of women, to share experiences with, to encourage each other, to shoulder responsibilities together.
We work 100% together, and in this women group, every Tuesday we are coming here. We have a merry-go-round, produce 300 per person, and that 300 we are taking out. We are putting to the Eco Network account so that they bring for us the food for fish. We put a small money, they add us more. Before Eco Network come, we were just there to be seen, but not to hard. We cannot talk in a forum. Some people, even in a meeting like this, we cannot talk as a women. They say, you don't have anything to say, just sit down. But nowadays, we know we must raise up our hands and we talk, and we can say anything we want, you can say.
If you were to look at the entire value chain, there are people who are doing the cages. There are people who are supplying the feeds. There are people who are producing the raw materials for the feeds. So it is a whole range that when you talk of the 4 cages and the 120 members, the beneficiaries could even reach up to 1,000.
Dorothy has become a leader within her group at Kaugege Beach. She has also taken the lead in dealing with GBV perpetrators.
Tumeona badiliko. Kabla ENA haijakuja, tulikuwa na cases mingi na tulikuwa tunafanyika na kuna mali walikuwa wanaenda. Tulikuwa na bwana ingine chini. Yeye ndiye alikuwa naishi na maorphans 4. Sasa badala ya kulinda hawa akageukia sasa hao ndio mabibi zake. Sasa vile nilipeleka hiyo kesi kotini, hizo mambo siku hizi imebadilika.
The extra income she earns from fishing has made a difference in her family's life. Recently, her home was hooked up to the area electrical grid.
Kwanza mimi nauza samaki mbichi. Nitanunua fridge, nitaweka samaki zangu kwa fridge. Maisha ya familia yangu imebadilika. Zamani nilikuwa nimeishi kwa beach. Tangu nianze kufanya hiyo biashara ndio nikanunua hii plot. Nikakuja hapa, nikajenga nyumba. Watoto yangu nimepeleka private school na walipia school fees.
Tangu ENA ikuje, walichagua bibi yangu kama mwenyekiti yao. Sasa bibi yangu amekaa mwenyekiti hapo kitu kama mwaka 2 hivi. Sasa nimeona mabadiliko. Bibi yangu anajua mambo ya samaki. Saa zingine anaenda kwa chama, anatoa pesa, tunachukua nayo samaki tunapeleka sokoni. Sasa ikifika jioni tutapata chakula.
Most women in this area, Dorothy will always be a wife and a mother first. Her responsibilities to bring up her children, prepare the family meals, have not disappeared due to her fishing career. It is one of the successes of the program.
How would the world be without a woman? A nation without a woman.
The benefits of the program thus far speak for themselves. And already, many in the program are looking to the future.
The results are fantastic. We have done the first harvesting. Women's incomes at the household level have been reported to have come up. They feel proud to say our cage is in Kaugege, our cage is retired. These are the beaches.
Have you seen her? Have you seen her in the streets? Somebody tell her it's a season.
I'm hoping some good partner like Open Society can stay on with us and get this concept expanded to the other beaches. Can you close your eyes and imagine women with all those cages along all that lake, calling the shots and making a difference in their families and in breaking away from this jaboya so they're not dying of HIV and sitting in those BMUs. Then to take this dream and take it to the East African region. These are my big dreams. And you know what? They're going to pass.
Tuko hapa wamama wengi in this our community. The cage is only one. We are only 25 women. We have many women which wants to join us in this our cage farming.